It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins on Thursday night.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
We're just seconds away from getting this one started. And here we go from Miami. Washington now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
They'll start the drive with Achane. He's got a gain of 6 there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Tick, 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 tick. His internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Achane on the inside give. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
1st and 10 from the 41. Staying on the ground here with Achane. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll send him over right. 2nd down carry for Achane. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Trying for it, it's H.M. And he's brought down for a loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Motion man sent left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play. A pickup of just a yard on 1st and 20. Still 19 to go as it brings up 2nd down. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and long.
Assignments were tested, and they were ready for it defensively. That's an excellent stop at the line. And it's going to make this offense seriously question revisiting that call.
3rd and long for him here. To the left side, caught by Andrews. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the 1st.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Slot man in motion left. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Play action. Here's Jackson. Into the hands of Likely. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the gun, Jackson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Man in motion here. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 2 and out from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
A-Chan, a 1st down carry. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Give that tackle to Broderick Washington. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. A-Chain again. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing. Here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tight end motioning right. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Gets this one to Andrews. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
1st and 10 from the 41. They send a man in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's got Andrews. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's Henry running left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
They're set up at the 35 now. They'll motion a tight end left. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Lamar now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They send a tight end in motion. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll try and punch it in. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Now here's Lamar. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So now here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. He's got it. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. And they pick it up. Still got a chance at a touchdown. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. This just 21 yards down the pipe. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Washington now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Vacates quickly left side. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Achane gets it. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Sanusi Kane able to make that stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Achane running to the right. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That's caught, Devon Achane. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Going play action, Tagovailoa. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. A run now with Achane. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Sending a receiver left. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. They kick the running back in motion. They'll throw on third and long. He brings it in. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to first and goal.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Achane goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Achane again on second. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
On third and goal, it's Tagovailoa. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins get some late points and the lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins take a 4-point lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Baltimore running its offense out now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. From the 35 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, here's Lamar. Dump off caught by his back.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. Second down. Jackson yet again. Caught by Flowers. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Jackson now on third. He's got Andrews. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Lamar throwing again. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. And again, it's Jackson. Finding Flowers. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll come up first and 10. Jackson's going to throw again. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. So we've reached halftime down here in Miami. The Dolphins have the lead. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback, number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Sanders all set to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Sending the tight end in motion left. From the 27. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Henry running to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They've got a man in motion. Going to the ground again on 1st. He's contained at the line for no gain. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Flowers will go in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. Connects with Bateman. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On 1st down, Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Lamar off the play fake. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding a big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Motioning one of the tight ends. Now Jackson on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, we know that every one of these NFL games, well, they can take a life of their own every single weekend. Some are high-flying with lots of points. Others, like this one, they're a grinder. And when you're in a low-scoring game, every one of these kicks is important.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Washington now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Dolphins and a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Not first down. Here's Tagovailoa. Got his target. It's Hill. And he'll go down after fighting his way into the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They motion Waddle over left. Tua off the play fake. Finds his man Waddle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Achane on the inside give. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
This is Henry on 2nd. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Play action. Here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphins football. Miami set to take over once again on offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Going left side, Madison with it. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Man in motion here. 2nd down carry for Achan. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. They go play action with Tagovailoa. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Pistol snap to Jackson. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Lamar now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down at the 30. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down throw for Jackson. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. Gets this one to Andrews. And he'll get them enough for a first down. We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. Broke through the tackle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
From the gun, Jackson. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Ravens push this to an 8-point game. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see it...
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the 4th. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens push the lead to 2 scores now. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Washington now to return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They haven't caught him yet. And he's out of bounds with his job done. That's all the way down into the red zone, close to the 15.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Achane on the toss right. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd down, looking for options. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Running for it, it's Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Running with Achane out of the gun. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Achane. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Fourth down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Ravens are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They've got first down from the 31. Man in motion out of the slot. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Second down now, 7 to go. Play fake, Jackson. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Lamar throwing again. Sideline post reeled in by Likely.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Now Jackson off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. The Dolphins returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Tua looking to throw. This one's taken in by Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Called in by Waddle. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. They kick the running back in motion. From the 39. He lofts it deep left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
Back to throw it. He's loaded another one up. He's got it inside the 10. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First and goal, they've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Working inside the red zone. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins come through to tie it in the 4th. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
They have this try now to put them in front late. And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the 4th quarter. Sanders all set to send it away. His return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Oh, put some heat on this deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
So here's a big play from the Ravens as they line up for 2. He's running for it, option left. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. Normally that's a play that works for him, but that time, maybe better off letting it go on the option.
Yeah, I think so, Kate. You wouldn't believe how fast in real time you got to make that decision. It is a split second, truly a split second decision, and that time not the right one for the quarterback.
The Ravens kicking team is ready. Now they're going to send this one away. Washington now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his... They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tua now from the gun. This is complete to Waller. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins facing a 5-point deficit. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Setting up to pass. Finds his man Waddle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. To throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Here he is to throw. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Back to throw. Oh, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Ravens.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it.
Now hang on. They want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. His throw is cupped. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Escapes the pocket. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
So now a big spot for the Dolphins here as they line up for 2. And he's got a man complete. And he's into the end zone. Really smart call here in the 4th. Now a field goal would only tie this game. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2. But as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Sanders all set to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. One final shot here. Holding on the sideline by Hopkins. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. So it's fins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.